Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. In this weekly update, I share with you a little bit of information as to what's happening in the job market these days. So, as most of Ontario reaches into stage 3, the real job creator and economic driver will come if and when the schools really open, as most people can't go to work right now, especially if they're watching over their kids. A Bloomberg News poll came out in June and found that 30% of Canadians who either lost their job or were working reduced hours because of the pandemic were reemployed or working more, which is great to hear. Amazon.com also announced that they are letting most corporate employees work until January from home. So this obviously continues on with the pandemic and the issues surrounding that in terms of working from home. They had previously announced that they would let employees work until October from home. Toronto is great, continues to be a hot market for technology jobs. Real estate firm CBRE ranked 50 cities in North America on their ability to attract tech talent to those cities. And CBRE used 13 criteria to rank the cities. Toronto was 4th on the list and number 1 in Canada for the best city. San Francisco was 1st, Seattle was 2nd, and Washington, D.C. was 3rd. Toronto added close to 67,000 jobs, or almost 37% more tech jobs over the last 5 years, which is fantastic. Some of the jobs also that are showing real good strength. So fastest growing demand from May to June, this is based on postings. Number 1 was driver, number 2 software architect, and number 3 cook. The most in-demand jobs for July, and this is based on the number of postings, number 1 salesperson, number 2 registered nurse, and number 3 food delivery driver. In another story that came out also last week, is CERB was created as an emergency support, not to fund a summer break. And some businesses believe CERB has created a disincentive for people to return to work. And if you're not sure what CERB is, it's the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. So the problem is most out-of-work Canadians want to stay on government assistance programs instead of going back to work. And this is by a survey of the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses, or CFIB. More than a quarter of small firms, which was 27%, report that some of their laid-off staff have refused to return to work when recalled. And 62% have indicated that they prefer to remain on CERB, and 47% are worried about their health and family's health, 27% are concerned about their child and family care duties, and 7% are concerned about taking public transportation. In other job news that came out, GTAA, Greater Toronto Airports Authority, is reducing their workforce by 27%. They said that 500 positions are going to be reduced and roughly 200 unfilled positions will be eliminated, along with voluntary departures and layoffs. So not good news with GTAA. It also impacted, the pandemic has also impacted Cineplex, or Cineworld. Cineplex has confirmed that 130 employees in Canada and the U.S. will be laid off due to financial hardships caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the failed Cineworld transaction. New survey of businesses, nearly a quarter of hiring decisions in Canada, 24% plan to increase headcount in the second half of 2020, which is really good news for all of us in terms of the job market and so on. In the first half, in the poll, they said that 16% were hiring. So it's actually improved from where we were from the first half to the second half. In other information that's come up, the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy for employers. It's getting more and more complicated, but the government has also extended it to the rest of this year, which is great. It actually runs until December 19th, 2020. A lot of changes that are going to apply to it, so companies have to figure that out, but that's good for most companies in terms of being able to get some wage subsidy from the government. International students have been told not to make travel plans to Canada until after Ottawa's border restrictions are lifted. This is as a result of program guidelines by the Federal Immigration Department. This happened last week. So obviously, if you're an international student or you rely on international students for your organization, that will definitely change things. In 2019, there were 650,000 international students that studied in Canada at the post-secondary level. So it's not a small number. Some of the hot jobs that we're recruiting for at TorontoJobs.ca right now, we have a VP of sales position for a distribution company near Hamilton, Ontario. We have a controller position in Richmond Hill, Ontario. And we also have a financial advisor position working anywhere in the Greater Toronto area. And this is a commission-only type of position within the financial services industry. If you're interested about those positions or any other positions that we have through our TorontoJobs.ca recruiting division, you can email resumes@TorontoJobs.ca, or you can visit TorontoJobs.ca, hover over the recruitment division tab at the top, and select recruitment openings. And from there, you can see all the openings that are available. A couple of fun facts also for this week. Workers are slacking off. It's easy to lose focus at work when you are working from home and your leisurely hours are basically at your home. So 8 out of 10 employees working from home, for 8 out of 10, the temptation to slack off can be so strong sometimes that they end up losing work hours to some of life's major distractions. So you can thank your kids, and that was 34%, pets 18%, or your partner 16%, demanding your attention in the middle of a busy day. So a lot of distractions, obviously, in working from home. And then fun story number 2, why star employees rise to the challenge. You can call it passion, tenacity. No matter what the challenge, the star employees will rise to the occasion. And it just differs on their motivation. So one study of the behavior of MVPs in the workplace takes a look at what caused them to go beyond the boundaries of their responsibilities. And it all boils down to the employee's self-worth. This tendency to take control is purportedly is higher among people with a narcissistic personality. And this is from Chinese University. Interesting stuff. Some of the upcoming events that we've got going on, I'm on every weekday on our TorontoJobs.ca Facebook page from 12 o'clock p.m. to about 12:10 p.m. That's weekdays from Monday to Friday. Pick a different topic, and if you have any suggestions for that, feel free to let me know. TorontoJobs.ca is also presenting a number of virtual events, and that includes our virtual conference that's happening, virtual career conference happening this Wednesday, July 29th from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We also have our Canadian Virtual Sales Conference that happens this Thursday, July 30th. We have a Public Accountants Conference for non-partners coming up August 6th, and a number of other events as well virtually. So you can check out TorontoJobs.ca/news for a link to all those events that we have coming up. Feel free to sign up, and I look forward to seeing you there on our platform. Job numbers for July for Canada and for the US come out next Friday, August 7th, so we'll see what happens in July. So if you're a job seeker, here are some thoughts as to what you can do this week as for job search. So one is sign up to our virtual career conference. It's presented by TorontoJobs.ca. I just mentioned it. That happens this Wednesday, July 29th from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. And again, visit to TorontoJobs.ca/news, NEWS, news, for more information on how to register and a little bit about the event. We have a number of great speakers, and you'll sure to find it very helpful for you if you're in job search. You should also, number 2 task for you this week is review your resume to make sure it has all the keywords that recruiters would look for. Not so much organizational skills or Excel, things like that, or communication. You want to be getting into the specifics of certain systems that you used or the industry that you worked in. Those are the skills and those are the keywords that recruiters will search on. And make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date as well this week. Look at your resume and compare your resume to your LinkedIn profile. And I always suggest taking your resume and just copying the sections into your LinkedIn profile, especially if you've spent a lot of time dealing with your resume and making sure that it's right. So stay positive this week. It's another week job search wise. If you are actively looking for it, keep in mind that there's a lot of people who are not actively looking because they might be just thinking of taking the summer off. So if you are in active job search mode, you're in a good spot right now. Just definitely start early. There's no time to start than now. Again, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. If you want to send me your resume, you can do so. Connect with me first on LinkedIn, or you can email resumes@TorontoJobs.ca. And if you'd like to follow TorontoJobs.ca on our social media, we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And also we have our TorontoJobs.ca YouTube channel where you can watch a number of videos that may help you in your job search. So thanks for watching. Have a great week. Stay safe and be well.